Hey everyone, it's been a while and this video is long overdue. Welcome back to my apartment. If you're a long-time subscriber, you may notice there's a lot of different stuff going on in my place. Especially all this. If you saw my channel update that I posted 2 or 3 months ago, I don't really remember when, you will understand what's going on in my life right now. But yes, this video is long overdue. I've had this product since the end of February, I hate to say, and due to current events, my life has just been pretty interesting lately. Yes, the title of this video. Never thought I would be reviewing this type of product. But then again, I said the same thing 2 years ago about menstrual cups, and now I am an avid menstrual cup user. But yes, I'm going to talk about a product that I've never really thought I would try, but I did. And spoiler alert, I am a fan. But I can say that my flow, the final 3 days of my cycle, is incredibly heavy, where I often don't change my cup in time, so it gets really full really fast, so there's tons of spillage. I'll go ahead and say that, like, whenever my pad captures during those times, it's probably like the amount of a person with a perfectly normal cycle has, or someone with a lighter cycle. But anyway, yes, I am about to talk to you guys about reusable menstrual pads. Craziness. Oh yeah, so if any of my male subscribers are watching this video, this is not going to be a video for you, probably not. Unless you're trans and still have a cycle, because you're not fully transitioned. Yes, I'm going to talk about the HighOh Reusable Menstrual Pads. This company contacted me back in February. I believe they must have watched one of my menstrual cup reviews, and they wanted to send me out some, and they want me to try them and then do an honest review. Even if I didn't like the product, they wanted me to, sorry, I'm getting comfortable. They wanted me to do a video on it anyway. Oh my gosh, I just realized my hair is on. I am so rusty at this, you guys, my God. Okay, it's about to turn off. How I'm gonna do this video, I'm gonna spit to you like the facts about the product, and it will be linked down in the description. You can get it off of Amazon, really easy. And then I'm gonna, it's not really an unboxing because I've had these pads for 2 months now, and I purposely have one that's never been used, and this is one that has been used, that's been washed, and it looks new. And then I will cut, I actually vlogged the first week that I use these things, and so I would cut that footage, and then you'll come back to me, Future Rose, for my final thoughts. As an Amazon choice product, which is pretty cool. But this is actually called the Period Starter Kit. This is actually the exact one that I was sent, and I was sent 6 medium flow pads and 1 free waterproof wet bag. These are soft, washable, charcoal and bamboo infused menstrual pads. You can use these for bladder support and incontinence as well. But yes, I will admit that I've been very curious about these products, because since I've switched to a menstrual cup, and it's been almost 2 years now that I've been using a menstrual cup, I think. I know it's been over a year. I've only had to buy tampons twice in the last almost 2 years, which is amazing. Saved me so much money, less waste for our planet, you know. But because of my flow being heavy, me not being able, and it being so unpredictable, it'll fill up after 2 hours, it'll fill up after 6. On my light days, it'll take the whole 8. I still use panty liners and pads, and so that was like an expenditure that I still had. And I've been thinking of trying period panties, but have not committed because those things are so expensive. But I was very excited when this company contacted me because the thought of trying reusable menstrual pads has crossed my mind, you know? I'm gonna be perfectly frank and honest with you guys. I have a drawer full of panties that I call period panties. Some of you may know what I mean. Panties that you've leaked on, you've bled on, you've full on start your period on. You know, those I wash together in my washing machine and I rewear them. It's not that big of a deal. And then I also think about my friends that I know that have children and they use cloth diapers. I know people's initial reactions to these is like, oh my God, a reusable pad? How are you gonna wash those? Yes, this is a pack of 6. It retails for $29.99 and I have it on Amazon Prime currently. It says, we are sisters from a poor financial background. Our finances were very tight and we have always had this problem, spending extra money on pads, and we found a solution, our very own washable cloth pads. It says the number one problem with all washable cloth pads is that they tend to leak and it does not stay in place. Of course, these have leak-proof technology, 2-button snaps, and our new and improved special sewing methods. You can be sure that it will not leak and it will always be secured. It says you will never want to use a regular cloth pad again. Customers have reported greatly reduced menstrual cramps. There's a lot of theories out there that cramping and issues that women can have down there, besides their normal period, could be due to using tampons and pads that have been bleached with chemicals and, you know, the ones that are scented and stuff like that. Now, I gotta admit, cramps have never been an issue for me. I've only experienced cramps maybe once in my life. Thank the Lord Jesus. It says the pads are made with 2 layers of all natural bamboo charcoal fiber and a waterproof layer, so you can stay comfortable all day long without harmful chemicals like bleach with chlorine dioxide and dioxin that tends to harm your body. Of course, the fibers are eco-friendly, super durable. Bamboo is sustainable. It is reusable and recyclable. And this company wants to give back to society, so they donate 1 cloth pad with every set of pads that are purchased. The pads last up to 3 to 4 years. They are hygienic, environmentally friendly. It says the natural bamboo charcoal fiber material effectively decomposes any microorganisms present on the pad or in the air around it. Keeps you clean, dry, and hygienic all day long, which I can agree. Easy to wash and dry. I have to say they are. You can hand wash these. I just throw mine in the washing machine. And you see how it looks. There are no stains on it. And they smell like they did when I first took them out of the bag. And on Amazon, they have a rating of 4.4 out of 5 stars with 223 reviews. Oh, the company is based in Singapore. They have operations in the States. Now, they are made in China. They work mainly with small family businesses. Products are manufactured in China. Products are inspected by the MNC inspection company. After inspection, it's received by our partnership mom and pop company in the States to ensure that the products do not sustain any damage during transit. If they do, they send them back to the Amazon fulfillment centers. The pads are made of fleece, not cotton, which should be obvious. And then the wet bag can be washed within the washer or dryer or hand washed as well. Okay, so let me get into how they came in. They of course came in a normal like shipping envelope thing, and then they're in this clear packet right here. And of course, this kit for $29.99 with Amazon Prime comes with 6, which works perfectly for me. I will admit, my first 2 or 3 days of my cycle are kind of light, so my cup usually gets everything. But my last 3 days are a monstrosity. But this is the wet bag, as you can see. this is it. It comes with this paper with a 10% off code. I'm thinking this is probably with their actual website, which I will link all their sites and social media down below. But here you go. If you want to, now I don't know what the price is on their website. I guess I could have looked that up. You guys can test and see if it's still good. And then here's an instruction video, which I will link down below, that you're supposed to watch before you start using them. They basically go over everything that I've just said and even more. But yes, this is the brand new unused pad here. Of course, it does look a little smoother. And then here's the one that I've used. I've used these through 2 cycles now. I'm currently on my 3rd, but because I wanted to film this video, of course I did not want to ruin this before filming this video. But yes, these pads have 2 buttons on the back. And so of course you place these in your underwear, depending on how thick your underwear is or how they fit. You can snap it on the first button, or you can snap it on the last button. I always use the tightest snap to make sure that these stay in place. I've not really, since filming my vlog footage and using these now the 3rd time with my 3rd cycle, I've had no issues with these moving around or anything like that. Now the one hiccup I can say is I've started running again recently, and I will admit I had an issue with tighter underwear, which makes no sense, where these did kind of shift backward. But once I was done with my run, I like repositioned them in my car so that people would not look at me and wondering what the heck was I doing. And then it was fine. They always stay in place while I sleep. I never have a problem with that throughout the day. And I'm really going to show you what you're supposed to do when you change these out. Is you're supposed to, of course, fold the dirty side in. And then these snap on top, just like this. And you see the gross side is not exposed, and you drop it in your bag. But anyway, let me quickly cut to my vlog footage, and then you'll come back to me and I'll give my concluding thoughts. So I would so be lying if I didn't say I was nervous about trying this pad out. Alright, so before my camera very abruptly died on me, before I forget, I just want to talk about my first impressions. That's my TV. First off, let me tell you a little bit about myself in case you don't already know this, is that I use a period cup, and I've been using it for the past year. I have videos of all that on my channel already, so you can check them out. But before I used the cup, I've been an avid tampon user. I cannot stand the feeling of pads. And since I've gone back to using a period cup, if I don't change it in time, of course there are leaks, so I use the cup in conjunction with a panty liner and sometimes pads. And so that's my background. When I put this pad in, it initially felt wrong because the smooth texture of the fabric, you know, it feels just like you're wearing like almost like not fuzzy underwear, but like fleecy underwear almost. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I don't feel like I'm wearing a pad right now. Now, of course, when I put my thighs together, I can feel the thickness of the pad because it is very thick, and then it snaps, which I have to say, I do love that. Just because I'm not a regular pad wearer, I would sometimes not put them in right, and so the wing would come loose and the whole thing would move out of place and it would get all misshapen and stuff. This thing is not going anywhere. It is secure. It snaps into place. And It honestly doesn't feel that bad. Now this first day is very light for me, so there's a little bit of spotting, but of course I am gonna change it. Spray some stain remover, throw it in my washing machine. Now the ultimate test will be, of course, days 4 and 5 and possibly 6 now. But so far this day, I have some spotting on it, not that much. I don't feel wet or nothing down there, but then again, it is still day 1. Just because the fabric, whatever it's made of, it's absorbing the blood. I feel fine down there. Didn't think I would because I've not worn a thick pad in forever. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna check back in tomorrow. It'll probably be towards the end of the day tomorrow to let you know how the pad performs. Day 2 is normally still very light for me. So I don't know, we'll just see how it goes. Okay, so day 2 was not bad. Of course, my flow is a little bit heavier, but still nothing like what it's gonna be like on day 4 and 5. I call it my shark week for serious reasons. Definitely more spotting. I didn't have any leaks. Something that I realized today while I was at work is that I sit in a very light gray seat, and it kind of gave me a complex like in the middle of the day, but of course, you know, nothing leaked out. Now I know tomorrow it will be slightly accelerated, and then day 4 will be game on. So far so good for 2 days. Again, it doesn't feel awkward, it doesn't look disgusting or anything, just because I think it being the gray color really helps because my blood doesn't look red. It looks kind of like a dark grayish, brownish color, you know, but more gray than brown, so it's not entirely gross. But anyway, we will see how tomorrow goes, unless something monumental happens during the day, a huge issue, a huge problem. I will probably check in tomorrow night as well. But okay, it is 3:30 on day 3 of my cycle, and Shark Week has commenced. Never thought I'd be talking about my period or my vagina like this. But there's definite like spotting and streaking on my pad. Definitive stains. I can see the red because it's not fully absorbed and dried. I don't feel any wetness because I honestly had no idea it was starting. But I have experienced one problem due to myself wearing granny panties that are huge. And the pads attaching with just like the single snap in the back. My pad did slide a little down, just a little bit, where it did cause a teeny tiny spot of blood to get on my underwear. And I've just been laying down for like the last 3 hours, so I've readjusted myself. If anything crazy happens for the rest of the day, I'll check back in. If not, I will update you guys possibly in the morning of day 4. Okay, so I'm very quickly updating night 3, day 4. It went better than I thought it would. I woke up in the morning with it not being as much of a big disgusting mess as it normally is once my heaviest days begin. And it wasn't really like a sight sore to see. Again, the pad being a dark gray color, it wasn't like a murder scene down there. So that's a definite plus. And then I didn't feel as wet as I normally do. Because normally if I sleep for 4 to 6 hours on my heaviest days, even with my cup in, the pad would get so full where it would basically stop absorbing if I didn't wake up in the middle of the night to change anything. But thankfully, that didn't happen. No accidents, nothing like that. And so, obviously this is like the evening time, so I'll go ahead and update you with how day 4 has gone. So far, so good. The pad is handling the heaviness of my day. I'm about to change it because I'm now home from work. And we're gonna see how this night 4 slash day 5 goes, when I check back in tomorrow, I have a pretty good feeling. Only because I feel like it's performing better than a typical super duper pad would. And then it still just feels kind of wrong because it just feels like fabric down there and not like what a pad normally feels like. I have to say, before I go, let me add in one just negative gripe. Is one thing I am noticing though, since it is fabric, I'm thinking it's retaining a slight odor more than an unscented pad would, or it might be about the same. I'm not see, now I'm like second guessing myself. I did take some fragrance spray and I sprayed it, not directly on myself down there, obviously not, but on like the outside of my underwear and stuff, and that basically took care of any type of possible odor from the fabric absorbing, you know, the blood and stuff throughout the day. But really, that's about it. I have to say, I don't even know why I brought that up. I might cut this out, only because, you know, unless I use scented pads, which didn't really happen all the time with me, there would sometimes normally be a slight odor on my 2 heaviest days. Eyeshadow looks great. Please excuse my appearance because I've started to take my makeup off, and yeah, eyebrows, no skin makeup, and that's when I remembered, oh, I need to do my update. Alright, so waking up after night 4, I was pleasantly surprised. It wasn't as a murder scene down there. I'm thinking because of the pad absorbing everything so well. I hate this word, but I didn't wake up feeling as moist as I normally do. Let's say if I actually went to sleep with a normal pad on, I know I definitely would have felt more wet and moist and bloody down there than I did with this pad. I think I've already talked about this, but I'm going to talk about it again. The fact that it's gray is great because it's not like bright red when you look at it. It's more of a brownish, dark grayish black almost in some places, and it did a great job of absorbing it. It stayed in place. I think my problem on that previous day was that I was wearing granny panties. So that was my fault. But anyway, I slept fine. Normally I don't sleep well with a thick pad on. Slept perfectly fine. I know normally with the pads that I typically use that are high absorbency, there's usually some sort of staining that happens because it moves around or it overflows. Didn't have that problem with night 4. Now this is the end of day 5, and I have to say the day has been great. It's doing a great job of absorbing everything, leaving me dry. Well, not completely dry, but I just don't feel like clammy. Sounds so gross. Down there like I normally would with a normal pad with like the dry weave protection or whatever the heck it's called. Now the one negative con I would say, and I think I've already talked about this, is odor. Now I typically don't have odor down there. Sometimes I use scented pads, sometimes I don't. I'm thinking since it's fabric that's just sitting there pressed up against you for extended periods, odor can happen, I hate to say, but that is easily alleviated. I just spray a body fragrance on the, actually I ended up spraying on the back side of the pad, did not experience any type of irritation, and then there was no more odor. Now this morning after day 5, again, it's not as bad down there. Night 5 for me can kind of vary. Sometimes it can be really disgusting and bloody down there. Sometimes my period can start weaning off. Last night was very bad, but again, I woke up this morning to not being as gross feeling down there, to not being as wet, and then the staining did not look as horrible as it typically does, and I had 0 leaks. So again, I have nothing but good things to say. I think this is going to conclude my real-time vlogging of my experience with these reusable pads. We're going to quickly go back to future rows. So if you haven't guessed already, I really love these. Thank you, HighOh, for sending these to me. You've saved my life. You're saving me money, where I don't have to buy panty liners and pads ever again. So thank you. But anyway, this is all I have to say. If you haven't guessed it, I really enjoy these, appreciate these. I have not had to buy. The last pack of pads I bought was in December, and I think that was like a month before I got these. So I love these, and that's it. So again, I will link all of HighOh's information down below. And this is all that I gotta say. So this video is now over. If you've watched my video to the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's been a while since I filmed, so I can't think of my outro right now. But yes, this is it. Again, this is Rose, and thank you so much for watching this crap. Again, if you have any questions, comments, please leave them down below. If there are any other menstrual products out there you would like me to try, I am so curious about period panties. Leave it in a comment. And if you found this video at all helpful or entertaining, please don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and become part of my random family. I upload random content. I've not been very regular recently, but I'm trying to get back on the ball. And don't forget to click that bell for notifications for like the one video I upload every 3 or 4 months. And until next time, I hope you all have a great day, and you will be hopefully hearing from me again very soon.